Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Yes, I'm recording two videos back to back, whether if I air this one first or the other one first, it doesn't really matter, but I am finally reviewing Ashoka, the series on Disneyplus starring Rosario Dawson, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Hayden Christensen, my god, and Ray Stevenson. So after the fall of the Galactic Empire, former Jedi Ashoka Tano investigates an emerging threat to the galaxy. So I was very, very excited for this series. When the trailers came out, I was even more excited. As you guys know, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, honestly. But the prequel era Star Wars stuff, especially the Disney Plus series, I was a big fan of Obi-Wan. And there are some Star Wars movies I'm a fan of, right? Like, I really like A New Hope. I like Revenge of the Sith. Like, my favourite, honestly, this can tell you how much bigger of a Star Wars fan I am, is Rise of Skywalker. But the other stuff, even though that I think that the sequel era of movies is really good, I think that the other stuff like Empire and not Last Jedi, Return of the Jedi, and Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace and Holiday Special and Rogue One and that sort of stuff, they all just kind of crumble together to me, and I'm not a big fan of any of those. But I do think that there's standout series and movies in Star Wars. I actually do like that. So when I was watching the first episode of Ashoka, I was like, it's good, but it's not unbelievable, right? Which Obi-Wan, I was like, this is really, really good. When me and Dad did a double feature of episode 2 and 3, I was like, oh my god, this is great. But I really liked the third episode and the fourth episode. I was like, oh my god. And I will say that Rosario Dawson is Ashoka. She carries this series throughout the whole thing. I also really like Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I think that she was great as Huntress in Birds of Prey. And for someone who hasn't seen Rebels, I really liked her as Hera. I thought that she brought the character back, not to live action, in a way that didn't, for the people that didn't watch Rebels, really like that character of Hera, right? Now let's get to the reason why I mainly wanted to talk about this series. And that is, of course, Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker. And this is what everyone expected from him in Obi-Wan, the series. And I liked how they used him in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, but this was better. He actually got to play Anakin in a way that was not with bad writing like the prequels. Like, I think that he does a good performance, and there's good stuff with him in the prequels, but the writing of the prequels is so bad. Even though that Revenge of the Sith is my favourite, and I can actually put up with the bad writing in Revenge of the Sith, because one of those things where it's like, you can cringe at it, there are some good stuff beyond the bad writing, right? And also, that whole flashback of Anakin and Ahsoka in the Clone Wars was just so cool, and looks like the animated series, and wanted me to see a live-action Clone Wars series, because I used to watch the Clone Wars with my brother, because he was a big Star Wars fan growing up, and I was like, because I used to really like Return of the Jedi, and I used to hate the other two. But now I kind of flipped gone like, no, actually, A New Hope is really good, and the other two are really bad. But I would like to see a live-action Clone Wars series. I guess the thing is that I know when a Star Wars show... I guess I kind of know when a Star Wars show is going to suck or not. I was excited for Obi-Wan Kenobi, and guess what? It was one of the best Star Wars projects I've ever seen. And I feel the same way about Ahsoka, right? I feel like that this new prequel era of Star Wars is some of the best Star Wars that we've ever gotten. And this is coming from someone who hasn't seen The Mandalorian. I've heard that the first 2 seasons are great, and the 3rd season is just filler. And I heard that, Bad Batch is pretty good, and I've heard that Boba Fett is really bad. So I was like, I'm not gonna watch those. The stuff that gets me over, I guess I'm just a big Anakin fan now. I knew that Anakin was gonna be a big role in both Ahsoka and even the Obi-Wan series. So I was like, I'm definitely watching those. And I just love those characters, right? So I'm going to give Ahsoka a 4 out of 5 stars. This is such a great series and such an interesting setup to Dave Filoni's Star Wars Rise of the Empire movie, right? I think that if Ahsoka and Obi-Wan go into that movie, and Hayden and Ghost Anakin comes back, I want to have some sort of, even if Anakin doesn't have a huge role in that movie, I want those 3 to have a decent role, even though that might be a little bit hard with Obi-Wan, because that one's more after the prequels and before. That one's more to get the Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan to transition into the Alec Guinness Obi-Wan. That one might be a little bit tricky, but it'll be cool to see Ahsoka and Anakin in the movie that Dave Filoni's doing. So, I'm excited for it. So guys, that is my review on Ahsoka. Please hit the like button down below if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button to the little bell icon to get notified of future videos I make. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.